Starting your Shopify store with the Shopify 3-month trial can feel like a huge relief. But if we're being honest, starting on Shopify can also feel overwhelming when you don't have clear direction. You've probably seen people talking about making money with Shopify, launching their online business, and living that freedom lifestyle. But then you sit down, log into your account, and suddenly you're staring at a blank screen, wondering what to do next. And that's exactly why I wanted to break this all down. Not just what the Shopify 3-month trial really is, but also whether it's actually as good as people say it is. Stick around until the end, because there's one part about this trial most people don't mention, and if you miss it, you could be leaving a lot of opportunity on the table. Now, before we get into it, let's clear up some confusion right away because Shopify's trial offers have changed quite a bit over the last couple years. You might have heard about the 90-day or even 120-day free trials that used to float around. Those longer trials were special promotions Shopify offered during certain events or unique partnerships, but as of 2025, they're no longer publicly available. So, if you're hoping to get one of those extended trials, unfortunately, that's not something you can grab anymore. But don't feel like you're missing out, because what they've done now is actually pretty smart, and honestly, a lot more realistic for most people starting out. Here's how it works today. You start with a 3-day free trial. That gives you instant access to the full Shopify platform with no upfront cost. Then, after those first 3 days, you can continue for just $1 a month for your first 3 months. So, in a way, while it's technically not the Shopify 3-month trial like before, you're still getting a full 3 months to test, build, and launch your store for basically the price of a cup of coffee. And I'll put the link to that special offer down in the description so you can activate it directly and make sure you get the deal. Now, let's talk about why this actually matters and why it's still such a good offer if you're serious about starting your business. When you first jump into Shopify, the biggest thing you need is time. Time to pick a product, time to set up your store, time to learn how to design your pages, connect payment processors, and get your first ads running if you're doing paid traffic. And trust me, those first couple weeks go fast. So having this Shopify 3-month trial setup where you've got 90 days at basically no real financial pressure allows you to move at your own pace without feeling like you're burning money while you figure things out. That's one of the biggest reasons people fail with these platforms. They feel rushed. Shopify kind of removes that pressure with this offer. And let's be real, not every part of building a Shopify store is smooth. There will be moments where things feel confusing. Maybe your theme doesn't look how you pictured it. Maybe apps don't do exactly what you thought they would, or your product photos don't turn out quite as nice as you hoped. And that's where some people start to question if Shopify is actually worth it. But this is where you've got to zoom out for a second. These are small bumps that happen to everyone. The reality is Shopify's platform is extremely powerful. It's built to support hundreds of thousands of businesses all over the world. Some are small side hustles, others are full-blown brands doing millions in revenue. The tools are all there. You just need that little bit of time and patience in the beginning to figure out how to make them work for your store. And this is why having the Shopify 3-month trial structure helps so much. If Shopify just gave you 3 days and then forced you into full pricing, a lot of people would panic. They wouldn't feel ready. They'd question if it's worth paying for. But by letting you continue for only $1 a month for the next three months, you're getting a very real shot to test your products, build your audience, run your ads, and actually start generating sales without the financial weight hanging over your head. That breathing room is honestly one of the most valuable parts of this entire offer, even more than the initial free days. Now, I want to hit on something else most people don't talk about. You've probably seen all those Shopify success stories online. The big screenshots, the viral videos, the crazy revenue numbers. And yeah, those are real. People are building wildly successful businesses with Shopify. But what you don't see as often is the fact that most of them started exactly where you are right now. They didn't have everything figured out. They weren't coding experts. They didn't have fancy design backgrounds. What they had was a willingness to learn, to test, and to keep adjusting as they went. Shopify's system is built for people just like that. People who are willing to work but who need a platform that can grow with them. The Shopify 3-month trial gives you that growth window. You're not rushed. You're not locked in. You can test multiple products. You can tweak your design as you learn. You can start collecting email subscribers and building your customer list. You can even install dozens of apps that handle everything from abandoned cart recovery to one-click upsells to SMS marketing. And because Shopify handles all the tech side, hosting, security, payment processing, site speed, you don't have to worry about the behind-the-scenes stuff that usually overwhelms people when they try to build their own store from scratch on some random platform. Now, obviously, not everything about Shopify is perfect. One thing that trips people up sometimes is the app costs. A lot of the best apps you might want to install aren't free. They charge monthly fees on top of your Shopify plan. And if you're not careful, those can start to stack up. But again, this is why the Shopify 3-month trial is so valuable. You can experiment with apps during that trial window and see which ones you actually need. You don't have to commit to a full stack of paid apps right away. Test them, see if they move the needle for your store, and then only keep the ones that give you real results. This helps you stay lean in the beginning while you build momentum. And here's another thing I'll say that a lot of people miss. One of the most powerful parts of Shopify is the ecosystem around it. We're talking about built-in integrations with suppliers, print-on-demand partners, dropshipping tools like DSers and Spocket, marketing platforms like Klaviyo, Google Shopping, Facebook ads, and so much more. When you combine that with the flexibility Shopify gives you inside the platform itself, you've basically got an entire business-building toolbox sitting right in front of you. But none of that matters unless you actually give yourself the time to learn it, and that's what the Shopify 3-month trial is really buying you out. Miss. Now, before we wrap this up, let's be completely honest. Is Shopify for everyone? No. If you're not willing to put in real work, if you're expecting to hit some crazy six-figure sales number overnight, or if you just think everything should happen automatically, you'll probably struggle. But if you're serious about actually building something, whether that's a small side hustle or eventually a full-time business, Shopify is still one of the absolute best platforms you can use. That's why it's trusted by millions of businesses around the world. From tiny, handmade Etsy-style shops all the way up to massive brands like Gymshark and Kylie Cosmetics. So, if you've been sitting on the fence wondering if now's the right time to finally start, I can't recommend taking advantage of this Shopify 3-month trial strongly enough. The link's in the description below. You'll get your three-day free trial instantly, then just $1 a month for the next 3 months, giving you a huge window to build and launch your store while keeping your costs insanely low. Don't let analysis paralysis stop you from at least giving yourself the chance. You never know where that one store idea could take you.